कोयला मंत्रालय की तरफ से आज मुंबई में कोल गैसिफिकेशन सतही और भूमिगत प्रौद्योगिकियों को पर एक उच्च स्तरीय ग्रैंड शो का शानदार आयोजन मुंबई के ताज लैंड्स इन होटल में किया गया, जिसमें नीति निर्माताओं, उद्योग जगत के नेताओं, निवेशकों, प्रौद्योगिकी प्रदाताओं और अन्य प्रमुख हितधारकों को एक साथ एक मंच पर लाने का शानदार प्रयास किया गया। इसका उद्देश्य भारत को कोयले के स्वच्छ और अधिक कुशल उपयोगी की दिशा में आगे बढ़ाना था। इस कार्यक्रम में प्रदर्शित किया गया कोल गैसिफिकेशन के तहत वीडियो कैसे देश के विशाल कोयला भंडार को ऊर्जा और रासायनिक फीडस्टॉक सतत स्रोतों से बदल सकता है, आयात पर निर्भरता कम कर सकता है और आर्थिक वृद्धि के नए अवसर खोल सकता है। इस ग्रैंड शो में फिक्की उद्योग सहयोगी का भी शानदार प्रदर्शन रहा। देखिए एक खास रिपोर्ट।
UCG process, an ignition tool is connected to the coil tubing and inserted into the injection well. The ignition tool then travels through the injection well and is positioned ready for ignition. Heat generated from the ignition tool and the oxygen pumped from the surface start the coal gasification process. The startup sequence only takes a couple of hours. Sustained gas production is achieved by pumping large quantities of oxygen into the well. The gasification process involves the carbon from the coal reacting with steam to form carbon monoxide and hydrogen. The UCG site is chosen very carefully in order to ensure that the high temperature zone is contained within the coal seam. The byproducts of the UCG process remain behind within the coal seam as ash. The syngas, which contains a high percentage of carbon monoxide, hydrogen and methane, flows from the gasification chamber through the horizontal connection in the coal seam and up the production well. Syngas is piped to a nearby plant for conversion into liquid fuels such as diesel and jet fuel, synthetic natural gas, chemicals or power production. The process is repeated along the length of the injection well, converting all the coal in the vicinity of the well into syngas. In commercial operations, multiple gasifiers are operated simultaneously to produce the required syngas and produce very large quantities of energy from a small footprint. There are many benefits to UCG, including access to deep stranded coal without the need for mining, higher energy intensity than other processes, minimal surface disturbance, no people underground. After UCG operations have ceased, the site is then decommissioned in a controlled manner and returned.
Is basically the in situ conversion of coal in the form of the syngas. So in this process, from the injection well, the oxidants, which may be air, oxygen or steam, that is being
that we've kicked off in Mumbai today on coal gasification in India. And coal gasification is a cleaner way of using coal. It also leads to not just syngas, but a lot of other byproducts like ammonium nitrate, DME, ethanol, methanol, and a host of other products. And as we are growing into a larger size economy, today we stand as the fourth largest, and very soon we are going to be the third largest economy. It's a great business opportunity for us. Given that India has huge reserves of coal, we have about almost 400 billion tons. So that's the kind of coal reserve you're looking at in India, and it's important for us and the industry to join hands to leverage the resource that we have.
How do you see coal industry as far as the reforms are concerned in today's generation?
I think if you look at the story of coal for the last 10 years, it's been a galloping story of progress. The coal sector has been contributing to the other infrastructure sectors. On its own, it's the fourth largest contributor in terms of infrastructure. But if you look at the top three, you look at steel, cement, well, they also have a huge component of coal in them. So coal is truly driving a lot of progress. And what's really helped in the last, I would say, last decade is the transparency that has been brought in terms of allocation of coal blocks. Also, the government has been working very closely with the line ministries and state governments to make sure that the operationalization of the coal mines is done at a very rapid pace. And we see a lot of improvement in terms of the outputs, And I'm so happy and proud to share that last year, for the first time in India, we had 1 billion tons of coal being produced, which was unprecedented. You could not have thought of that. So the number of reforms that the government has been taking is truly helping coal power the development of India.
The geopolitical situation right now. What your comments on that and how coal industry is going any difficulties?
Well, not in coal. We are very strong internally. We are very strong on the domestic market. The demand is there, and we continue to produce. So no challenges for us there.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.